Why did you begin the Saint Labre Community?
Well, I think it was around 2010, and I had gone through a pretty rough period myself, and I began to, through the persuasion of my mother, get involved with the National Alliance for Mental Illness. I took some courses, I got interested in becoming a peer specialist, and it became very clear to me that we needed to somehow baptize some of these treatment regimens and recovery skills. And also, too, I think I was frustrated and angry at God, and I said, where is the church reaching out to people like me? And in a moment of grace, the words came to me in prayer that I'm the church, and it's up to me to do this. And so that's really how it started. I was fortunate enough to meet Father Benedict Groeschel, who told me about Saint Benedict Joseph Labre, who we believe lived with schizophrenia. And so he's one of the patron saints of mental illness. And so I decided to create an apostolate, a ministry, and name it after him.
So how do you describe it to people you meet?
I say that it's a lay apostolate, and then they say, what's an apostolate? So I say it's like a ministry. It's a spiritual mental health fellowship.
So describe what a typical meeting is like.
We have regular spiritual support group meetings about twice a month, and then there's a monthly one for caregivers, for family caregivers. And we start with prayer. We may start with the prayer to Saint Dymphna, in which we mention our intentions out loud in the course of that prayer, or we may pray the litany of Saint Benedict Joseph Labre, and that's a beautiful prayer as well that calls upon his unique spirituality. And sometimes later in the meeting we close with a prayer. We may practice some Lectio Divina on choose a psalm of the day or some other excerpt from Scripture.
So how has being part of the community affected your faith life?
It's been a very wise decision for my faith life because I receive so much support from the people who have shown up to be members. I've learned from their faith journeys how to grow spiritually and to accept a cross as a blessing. And that's been, I think, the biggest spiritual moment for me in the course of doing this apostolate, is to learn to thank God for my illness because of all the people that it's brought into my life now and what God permits me to do because of this illness in the apostolate.
So for people who are watching this video who have never attended, what is the number one reason you think they should check out being part of the Saint Labre community?
Well, the first thing I would tell someone who finds out about us is that there's no magic bullet. There's no instant fix. It's a process. Recovery has been described as a journey. And I think I would say, why journey alone when we're all here on the same journey? Why try to recover with your own strength when there's the strength and the grace of God? And let's learn how to tap into that really ocean of grace, that we can never reach the end of how much good the faith can do for us in our mental health recovery. That's what I would say to someone.